It's an Infinity Game Changer.
Hi and welcome to this week's episode of Infinity Game Changer. We're going to be here for about 11 minutes today, and today's episode is about the lifetime value of a customer, so we can jump in. But first, our little thing that we do on Series 3 is we are using the Stephen Bartlett conversation cards. So it's your turn to answer this week, and you've picked this card. I don't know what this is, by the way.
So it's How Could You Be More Authentically You by Fern Cotton.
Are you telling us that at the end? Do you want to think about it?
Yeah, I'll tell you at the end. Yeah.
Okay. I want to know the answer to that. But I'll wait till the end. Right, okay, so you spoke to me earlier this week, didn't you, about lifetime values of customers. And I was sat with a guy in your office.
Yep.
So for my business, and it is really something that people need to look at, I spend a lot of money winning new clients, a fortune. And most people, even one of my businesses, I own a window cleaning company, quite a large window cleaning company. We clean 1,000 houses every week. And I spend a lot of money compared to everybody else in the industry winning clients, to the point where I'm quite heavily criticised in the industry, in the window cleaning industry, for what people think is an excessive marketing spend. And I've tried to educate them on my way of thinking, my competitors, and they ridicule us. My kickback to that is, look, my business is 10 times the size of yours, so I'm doing something right. And how I look at a customer, I don't look at them, they are spending X pounds with me. Because on that business, they spend it every month. And I know some people say they're only prepared to spend 10, 15 pounds in that industry to get a customer. Mm-hmm. Well, my belief there is you are crippling yourself. It's self-sabotage. And they're saying, well, why would I spend more than the client's going to give me? And that's a very short-sighted view if you're doing it that way.
Because that's obviously month one.
Month one. We are used to our way of thinking here. But I am aware, and you'll realise this, that when clients start working with us, they get the aha moments quite often because we do tackle problems differently. One of my businesses has a tagline, we're different but we're okay about that. I'm known as a business interrupter. In one of my other businesses, not the window cleaning business, we think about things differently. But the lifetime value of a customer is really important to ascertain. I know my window cleaning clients are with me for on average 27 months. So when I calculate their average cost that they will spend with me, I'm not interested in the £15 a month they're spending. What is the lifetime value of that customer to me? Which is why in that business, and I'll be really open about this, I'm happy to spend the first 7 months' money to get a great customer on board. So I'll give them the first clean free. Let's get on board with me now. Pay by direct debit. That's an advantage to me because if they jump on my gold service, and I'm ridiculed in the industry for you're spending all this money to win customers and there's no need to do it. Well, I've got 1,000 houses cleaned every single week and I do that 48 weeks a year. And the other weeks I don't do it is when the staff are on holiday. So I look at the lifetime value as a customer and how much of that am I prepared to spend. Now I know you have to work on averages because not everyone stays that long. Some people get the free clean and leave, but I can tell you now, it's a dramatically smaller number than most people think. Most of my competitors think they'll have the free clean and go. Well, they don't. And you've got no stats to work that out on, Mr. Competitor.
Yep.
You're just making an assumption. I've got the stats. And I know it's a tiny number of people that do that. And I'm prepared to build that into my averages and my spends.
Yeah, if you account for that, then you're still winning.
It's part of my marketing budget.
Yeah.
So I drop a lot of money on getting customers, but we have some really great customers, and they stay with us and they get a really great service. So I would encourage anybody, for instance, you could use this mentality as a mechanic in a garage. If you did the job right and you were winning servicing for vehicles, don't cost it on that one service. How many times on average does that particular vehicle need servicing? Is your marketing geared up to make sure you get the repeat business? And if that's happening, don't look at that one service. The average guy has his car serviced twice a year. The average guy would therefore be worth this to me, plus the MOT, plus this, plus that. And therefore, it's usually for 4 years, if you've got the stats. You need the stats to do it. My average customer is worth this per year times 4 years, for example. When you know that figure, I guarantee you would spend more money to get better people, because they don't leave.
Yeah.
Fact. Now, you are going to get some people that jump in, take your discounts up front and disappear. Roll with that. Build it into your costs. So for me, the lifetime value of a customer is the only figure I look at. I don't care what the individual spend per transaction is. How many transactions do they do with me a year? How many years do they stay with me? There's my value.
It ties into the best car salesman in America. I said to him, what's your secret? He said, I make sure right now they buy their next car from me. Every interaction he had, so they could have been a customer for 6 years. What am I going to do now to make sure they buy their next? So that customer will be with me for life.
Perfect. He's bought into the lifetime value of a customer. And too many people we work with tell me, my customers are really loyal. They've been with me for 8 years. I'm only going to spend this. You've told me they're going to come to you for 8 years, and they spend. One of our clients was like, it was £1,500 a year. Stayed with me for about 8 years. I only want to spend £50 to get one though. They're going to spend 12 grand with you, and you were going to spend £50 to attract them. They're spending 12 grand. Be realistic. Put better bait on your hook. You will get better fish. That's. And it works time and time again. So for me, looking at the lifetime value of a customer is a lot more important than looking at the individual one-off transactions.
Yep.
Lifetime value of a customer. Does that help?
It does.
You've said very little in this, mate. It's all about.
I know, I was going to say, it ties in well with marketing spend calculator.
Hugely.
So if anyone wants that, just email us. Can we give them it?
You could go.
There we go.
Yeah, you can give
If
me.
you want that, we'll just email in.
The marketing spend calculator is really important because it helps you work out. Most people say, how much should I spend on marketing? The marketing spend calculator actually tells you.
Because not to open a can of worms, the client yesterday, so he holds kids' parties. So we were saying about book a party from a party. So you've done he was running Facebook ads to parents, so he's doing that. But then when they're at the party, well, what banners have you got so the parent can book a party? So it's blowing my mind. I'm like, so you're not just getting the deal on the one party. How many parties could you get? Oh, well, every 3 parties a parent approaches me. Okay, so if we change that to every 2, you're instantly dropping your cost per acquisition by 50%. Don't want to get too technical on it, but just that. So again,
Lifetime value of a customer.
Yeah. And what else and that kind of web opens up and.
Yeah, but people unfortunately are very laser focused on the individual transaction value. And if you're doing a great job and you have repeat spends and you keep your customers, look at the lifetime value. It's eye-opening. I
mean, just look at one last point, the refer a friend we did.
Brilliant.
We had what, 80? I think we did it for a month. 80. It was email marketing.
Free. It's another podcast.
It is, yeah. Sorry.
We only have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've used it. Okay, but and before we go.
Oh, yeah.
Read the question.
Okay, so how could you be more authentically you? I'm a proper geek. I'm a proper geek. And I think sometimes I don't let people know. I don't know. I think it's like an ick culture. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I mean, from like Pokemon cards and the video games stuff, I like hyper obsess over stuff.
You do?
So yeah. But it's a blessing and a curse though. If I get hyper obsessed with, say, my Pokemon cards, I can tell you now which cards are going up in value, which is this, because I hype myself for a month over it, and now I've built an awesome little collection, my little portfolio. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to sit on that. And
Well, you did it yesterday at lunchtime.
yeah, the CRM, yeah.
You were locked on what you were doing,
Yeah.
and I had to remind you need to eat, Ben. It's lunchtime. Come on, and you were hyper obsessing on what you're doing. But you came to me last night and you said it's all done.
Yeah, done.
All done because you were laser focused.
Yep.
Right, okay, so I get it's a blessing as well as a curse. We just
Yeah.
need to pull you out of that now and again and make sure you come up for air.
Yeah, just that, yeah.
Okay, that's a true answer. And thanks for being honest, because you could have said any rubbish then. But that's a real honest answer. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, so that's it for today. A little bit longer than usual, but still under the 15 minutes. And we'll see you you're on the next episode. You're on
Yeah.
most of them we've been out, aren't you? I mean, this is becoming a double act.
I know, yeah.
I'm all right with it. I think it's great.
That's very good.
Okay, right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
It's an infinity game changer.